Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you're well. We're back in Poppyfields today and I'm going to start off working up here, continuing with these windows that I was doing in the last episode. I've had a lot of fun with this, I have to say. So far this zoo has gone really well. I'm having a lot of fun. Thank you for your positive feedback so far as well. Episode 5 went out this morning. And so far everyone seems to be enjoying what I'm doing, which is fantastic. What feedback have we had? Let me think. Stephen, you suggested doing a reptile house, or I think, and then someone, I think, so sorry, I can't remember your name, but Mortigan, is it, I think, or something like that. You suggested maybe a nocturnal house. I like both of those ideas, so I will consider that. That corner has actually worked out quite nicely there, hasn't it? It kind of looks okay like that from a distance. I don't think I need to do a little beam like I did in this one. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I prefer the idea of a nocturnal house purely because I've done quite a few reptile houses. I'm not saying that I'm going to do either of them, but I think if I was going to do one, it would probably end up being a nocturnal house, but we'll have to see about that. Now I'm not too sure how I'm going to get this bit looking good, because what I need is I kind of want it going right up to both ends, but then you have the issue of the overlap. But I'm just wondering if I can just, I don't know if I can pull that out, whether that's gonna work or not. It's not ideal, is it? But it's tricky, that. Otherwise I suppose I could do some beams. Yeah, let's tell you what, let's put that back. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And then let's bring this beam from over here. Let's see if I can do something with this. I probably want to twist it. I'll tell you what I might just try and do actually, just overlap it to there and then just bring it out. Something like that. Let's just get rid of the graphical glitch. I like that. And then I think what I need to do here is just move them along. Actually, that looks better there, doesn't it, as well? Get this frame on the left side here where it needs to be. That looks cool. That window looks good in the corner there. Excellent. And then I can just copy these across and do the same on this corner, I think. Yeah, I like that. And then let's just have a look. What did I do down here? Yeah, something pretty similar down here, I think. Will look good. Although that's clearly just gone a bit off even there, hasn't it? Because that's sticking out quite a long way. Let's just take that in. Let's just check how far in is it on this one. It's miles in. Okay, let's just bring that right in. Where are we? Something like that. And then here, see, I like not having the beam there. We don't really need it, but here, no, it's not really going to work there either. I'll tell you what, I'll thicken this beam up, I think, here. And then I'll take that in, and then all three of them will just come out a tiny bit. And then I'll just sink the middle one to get rid of the graphical glitch. And then, like I said, I'm not going to have windows on this edge here. I don't think it needs it. There we go. That's looking good. Lovely stuff. Right, so what else was suggested? ATMs or cash machines. Now, that is something that I had thought about, but I want them outside. So I was thinking of doing them just at the side here. Toilets were mentioned. I don't think I want toilets inside here. I wanted to just keep it as information. I think the toilets will be just on the outside here somewhere. So I may well add them to this bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got room here. I could put toilets here, I think, with an outside, a big sort of outdoors bit. In fact, I could probably have 2 or 3 toilets next to each other there, I think. These places tend to have quite large bathrooms, obviously, because I have a lot of people visiting. But let's have a look at the cash machines. Now, what is it? Toilets? No. Finance, here we go. Cash machines. Now, how do these work? I think they snap on to paths, don't they? So what I need to do is get a path down first. And I want them really kind of into the wall. See if I can, here we go, something like that. Yeah, and then I can have them along here. Oops, and then, oh, that's going a bit strange, isn't it? Okay, looks like we need a little gap between them. Lovely. Now, can I change their colour? I really hope I can. No, okay, I need to do them individually. That's annoying. Because that is not a good colour, let's be honest. That bright green, ooh, nasty. I quite like just a generic colour sort of scheme like that. I think looks best. I didn't realise they need a work zone. I'm guessing they need a they need an engineer, I suppose, looking after them. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Synchronised prices. I didn't. What's it charge you for taking money out? Surely not. Yeah, well, obviously it doesn't need to. Anyway, never mind. That's cool. Right, so there's our cash machines. And I suppose I should get a sign. I could do a nice big one. I don't really want it that obvious, if I'm honest. Even that is a little bit in your face, isn't it? I don't mind it. I can do something to that to hide it a bit. Yeah, that is quite in your face, actually, isn't it? I'm not sure if I like it. I don't really think I can get them in here anywhere. Let's. I mean, they can just go on the wall. I could have it in here. Well, I'm just looking at where I've got some gaps. I suppose technically I could just put them on the edge like that, couldn't I? Probably not here. I suppose I'd have them just afterwards. Let's do this. Let's get the colours sorted. I could have a little bank of them there. Let's do that instead. I think outside it was all just a little bit too big and bold. Not really what I want outside my zoo. Okay, that looks fine. I mean, it's not too bad. It doesn't stand out too much, does it? So let's get rid of these ones. And I don't need the path. Okay, so what do we want to do next? I've still got this building, of course. I'll tell you what I fancy doing. In fact, do you know what? I never got around to putting the ridge over here, did I? So let's do a bit of this while I'm here. Whoops. Oh my word, I'm not clicking well today, am I? So I've been thinking about my first animal, and I'm going to do the Komodo dragon, and I'm kind of in the process now of trying to come up with an idea for a nice looking building. Never as easy as you think when you're first starting a new zoo, or trying to come up with something that you haven't done before is never easy. But I'm doing a bit of research, looking around online. It's really cool if you just go online and just sort of search for things like modern zoo buildings, that sort of thing. You'll see all sorts of real life stuff that you can look at and get inspiration from. Right, there we go. Let's just get some nice grass in there. Oh, one of the other suggestions with these lovely metal things, again, Stephen, I think it was you saying about having them out the front here on either side of the pathway or something, but I think they're just a bit too over the top for here. I'll have them somewhere in the zoo. Yeah, I'll get rid of them for now, but yeah, I don't think they need to be out the front. I want to keep this fairly low key really out the front here. This pathway as well I'm not happy with, so this needs to change. I don't mind that bit of it, but I think where are we? Gravel. Yeah, I think what I want to do is just keep that to a simple little pathway like that, and then I want to do some. Before I do more building work, I want to do a flower bed here. So let's have a look at this. Now I'm pretty sure, yeah, you've got these nice little faux rocks. So what I'm just thinking of doing with these is creating some flower beds and some edges. I feel like I might want to edge this entire pathway with these. Now, what colour do I want them? That's the big question. I quite like the colours, but I am wondering whether like a nice sort of chalky white might look good. Let's have a look. There are quite a few different types, and I want to kind of create a nice looking natural edge. Let's get rid of that silly snapping. Okay, where's a small one? No, where's the really small one? I've lost the small one. There we go. Let's get you there. Maybe another big one. And then another small one. Right, how does that look? I think that's looking good. And then let's group them together and see what we can do. So I'm hoping that I can do this, and maybe just by overlapping a bit or whatever, try and get the pattern looking not too repetitive. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. So you can just overlap a few like that and kind of break the pattern. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing this all the way down the driveway, or the entranceway. Really, it's not a driveway, is it? You know what I mean? And then it's only when I zoom out I'll know whether it actually looks any good. There we go, up to there. Oh yes, that's nice, isn't it? Very happy with that. And then I'm hoping I can use them on this side. So I'll do a little thing like that, and I'll use them to make a flower bed along here. Make sure we don't have any grass showing on the pathway side. Okay, that looks nice. And then I guess I'll use them around this side of the pathway as well. I love this sort of natural edging. This is what I want to do a lot more of in the zoo. Lots more custom edging, fencing, stuff like that. I just think it makes the zoo what you want it to be, rather than what the game is telling you it wants to be. Right, where are we going? All the way down there. Let's just check out what that looks like. I think that's looking really nice. I'm not sure how I'm going to do these flower beds. I want them to look I don't know, I want them to look fairly low maintenance, but kind of pretty at the same time. But as with all the flower beds that I'm going to do in this zoo, I want it to look natural, a little bit wild at times, you know, have the odd weed here and there. There we go. How does that look? Excuse me. That's yeah, that's looking really good. I like that. So what I'm also going to do in bits like this, where we have flower beds, is get down some nice soil, because you can paint. Let me show you. We can do painting like this. Clearly I did that way too big, which is fine, but I do quite like this darker soil look. I just think that looks a lot more soil-like. Yeah, I definitely prefer that for these proper flower beds. So I'm going to do the same on this side. Thinking about it, I'll probably take these and do an edge here, and have this as an edge to the flower bed here as well, like that. Just realised that hasn't quite gone to the back there, has it? Right, hang on, I'm just gonna move all of them back a bit. And then copy them to the front. There we go. Right, so you got your two little flower beds there, and then obviously this can be other sort of wild flower areas. So what are we going to put in the flower beds? Let's have a look. I quite like the idea actually. Let's get out of that. Let's go for I like the idea of a couple of cypress in the corners. That gives that kind of formal feel to the entrance, having them kind of flanking the front like that. I think that one just needs to go over. I'm just trying to roughly match it up with the other one. And we'll see, we haven't got a lot of space in here. I still might do something with this back wall before I completely cover it up. I'm not sure yet. So we've got things like brambles. There's not a lot of colour in that. I do quite like, well, I don't always like these. Graphically they're not brilliant, but they do show up well against the dark background. So I may try that in there. I like the idea of a bit of low growing stuff that's kind of coming out over the rocks here at the front. And then what else have we got? Probably not that, probably not hydrangea. Don't think we need another one of these, although another little tree over here might look nice. Let's see what grasses we've got. Yeah, see, I quite like the idea of having some nice grasses in here. See, so you're trying to create something that looks maintained, but not too formal, is what I'm trying to achieve here. See, so it looks kind of wild. A little bit of this around the base here. Probably need another shrub in this bit, but let's just see what else we've got here. I like the shape of that one, but it's a bit bright. Actually, that's quite nice. I like that one. Ooh, what have we got here? Interesting. Oh, I quite like them actually. That's pretty cool. We've got room over here for any of this. No, not really. Yeah, that's fairly full up there. I need something with a little bit of height in here. Don't think we do. Actually, I tell you what, we might need something like that at the back there. Yeah, I think that makes sense, actually, having something like that. Oh, look, some little variegated hostas. These are lovely things. Yeah, just a couple of these down under here. That looks really nice. Maybe one over there. You see what I'm trying? I'm trying to just make it look natural, low maintenance. These are all things, you know, like the grasses might get cut down once a year, bushes might get cut once a year. Nothing that's going to really look after, need a lot looking after, but it, you know, on approach from back here, it looks nice. That's what I'm going for. Brilliant. I'm very happy with that, actually. That looks good. So let's think about the building a bit more. So I need a door in here. I'm going to put a different bottom bit down here as well. Let's get into our flat roofs. Let's go stone. Let's just see if I can fill this gap nicely with one of these. There we go, and let's just pull that to the back. Try and cover all the little gaps. Nice. So that's like a little stone entrance way. And then a door. So this is it's a functional door, but you kind of want it to look half decent at least, because it is on show, really, isn't it? Do you know what, hang on, I'm just looking at this thinking, would you really want a backstage door just there? Yes, because do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hide it. That's what I'm going to do. So yes, that's fine. A nice little backstage door. And then we'll get a lamp hanging overhead. Something like that to give it, whoops. Hang on, where are we? There we go. Let's give it a little lamp overhead to give it some light. Right, and then we need to come back to our nature. And I'm just wondering if some bamboo shielding would look good here or not. Hang on, let's get rid of that. the only way to know really is by just putting it down and seeing. So I don't mind it, because what I'm thinking is just, I don't like that bit, because I kind of want to be able to see that flower bed, because I'm going to put I want to put a pond in here, and so I can have some bamboo there as a kind of a bit around the edge of the pond. I don't want to block anything, and I want this to look natural. I don't really want it to look like it's been planted specifically as a shield for the door. I wonder if I just need a couple of smaller bits dotted in there as well. Maybe even a bigger bit here and there. Just thinking, if you're back here, I don't want it to obscure the entrance, but yeah, I think that's fine. And then as you walk up here, yeah, I think that'll work. I've got an idea. Right, I'm going to take this. I'm going to come into this. And I'm just going to try and create a little collection of these rocks. Into some sort of hopefully non-repeating pattern, which is really hard. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, if I can just create a little pattern of these rocks and use these as a kind of an underlay around that bamboo patch. I think that could look pretty cool if I can get this looking okay. See, so I can kind of create like a backdrop through here of these rocks. See what this looks like. So these will basically line and then fill in, is what I'm thinking. Something like that, and then I can just kind of come in, try and roughly fill it with these rocks. It's kind of tricky in here. Doesn't need to be 100%, but I just, creates that impression of like a bed of rocks underneath there, and that's the backdrop, and that's where the lake will go up to, or the pond will go up to there, something like that. And then I can always line that with some other nice little some of this kind of stuff as well, can't I? Kind of growing out over the water. Looks quite nice actually, sort of back in there, doesn't it? Growing through the rocks. Okay, something like that. It's a work in progress. I'm not 100% convinced by it yet, but I think maybe once I get the water in, I think that could look quite nice. I might need to put in some little statues or something. Might look nice, some little animal statues in there. But I think we've got our backstage bit hidden quite well there. You can't really, you don't really pay it too much attention, do you, as you're walking up to the entrance there. Cool, that's looking nice. I like it. And then I don't know, obviously there will be an edge to the zoo here, some sort of fencing, and then stuff along the front, trees, probably poppies because it's called Poppyfields, so I'll probably have a whole load of poppies coming along sort of each side here. But yeah, brilliant. That's good. That's coming together quite nicely, I think. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed yourselves. If you have, then please do hit the like button, and please do leave me some comments down below if you've got something you want to say. Any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, tips, hints, jokes, anything at all, please do let me know down below. And as always, thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me. I really do appreciate your company. I am hoping to get another episode recorded today, but I'm not too sure. We shall see, and I will endeavour to get episodes out to you as quickly as I can. But until the next one, do take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.